my Philadelphia Eagles got a big problem brewing, even though they're 4-0. Let's talk about it. Okay, Ring Culture, welcome back to Ring Culture, where we play no games, we just spit game about the game we love. Today, we're going to be talking about my team, the Philadelphia Eagles. They're 4-0, and they look so-so to me. I think the defense isn't stopping the run well. They're doing pretty good against the pass. They can't run the ball. And they're really not passing the ball all that great either. Even though this is going to sound strange, I think Hurts is an elite quarterback, but I think they have Hurts on some sort of leash right now. Like the game Sunday was strange because he was killing them through the air in the first half. In the second half, he had 0 yards passing. That sounds insane, but it actually happened. But on top of that, A.J. Brown is starting to get upset. And I'm going to tell you the truth. In some sense, I understand why. But I want y'all to hear Nick Sirianni, Rich Eisen talk about this and a little bit from Ocho Cinco and Shannon Sharp. And then I'll come back and tell y'all what I think might happen with the situation. Here we go.
Nick, I'm sure you saw that AJ post on social media where he quoted scripture and said, if you're not welcomed, not listened to, quietly withdraw, don't make a scene, shrug your shoulders, and be on your way. Is it your understanding that AJ still wants to be here?
Yeah. Obviously AJ is very important to this football team. I know he wants to contribute. I know he wants to contribute and, do the things that he's capable of doing. He wants to contribute into these wins. And he's had a couple games where he hasn't been able to, and for different reasons of why we haven't in these games. So, but I question nothing about, his desire to play great football, his desire of being a good teammate, his desire to be here.
Well, where's the production? You're not helping us win. Mm-hmm. That's the game that they're going to play. The people on the outside watching that love the game, they don't understand that. I'm telling you, and it's going to happen. I guarantee you, I swear for God, I'm telling you, they're going to use this against him. We're winning, but your production doesn't match your salary. You're really not worth $32 million because we're winning without you. We can win without you making that kind of money, and it's going to backfire.
I think the thing that's frustrating to him is that so many balls sail out of bounds, and you don't even have a chance to catch it.
Chance to get them, yeah.
That's what's frustrating, though. At least give me a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to make it 50-50. That's 100% no chance of a completion.
With him, it's 80-20.
So
you put the ball in play with A.J. Brown, it's 80-20. He's coming down with that. Just put it in the vicinity. Just put it in the area. I got you. He showed that last week. They had no choice but to throw. He put it in the area. What he did. Came down with it.
They dodged the bullet today. They got a block punt. And Baker made he made a horrible decision on the interception. Mm-hmm. They dodged the bullet.
Undefeated in all of these games, if you didn't know. You got the tweet? This is what everybody's talking about. There it is, A.J. Brown after the game, a quote, if you're not welcomed, not listened to, quietly withdraw, don't make a scene, shrug your shoulders and be on your way.
To New England.
He put that to New England.
That part wasn't at the end of that?
By the way, I believe this is from something other than inner excellence.
Oh.
Here we are again. Here we are again.
I'm gonna keep talking to
Last
Jesus.
time this happened, hold on, I have it written down here. Last time this happened, the Eagles, wait for it, I have it written down, won the Super Bowl.
Need AJ
There
Brown.
it is, right there.
Drake May.
There it is. That's the last time it happened. I wrote it down. They won the Super Bowl.
He's not happy.
Go for it. Let's do this again. Let's reprise this. Certainly, since you were not part of Overreaction Monday, TJ, Mike Del Tufo is the sound engineer for that outstanding podcast that's available wherever you get your podcasts right now, or on the YouTube channel of The Rich Eisen Show. You forwarded as an Overreaction Monday topic that teams should call
Yes.
the Eagles for AJ Brown.
Absolutely.
And I agreed.
Okay. I don't know if this is my bias about the talk, but I believe they should throw AJ Brown the ball more. Let me before I get crazy pushback. He was targeted 9 times in this game. Some of them was catchable, some of them wasn't. And then the last game, he got busy in the second half. But remember 2 years ago when AJ Brown was lighting the league up? I don't know if I don't think he's lost a step or it's just that the Eagles' offense has changed dramatically in the last 2 seasons. I think last year he went over 1,000 yards and he missed a couple of games last year, so he was still productive last year, even though it didn't look like it in some games of the season, because remember there were a few games where Hurts barely passed for over 100 yards. And you remember last year AJ Brown said that he thought that they should get better at passing. The frustration was showing. And this year he was saying let your weapons do what they do. So I understand the sentiment of what AJ Brown is saying. I understand what Ocho and Shannon is saying and what Sirianni is saying. I think the Eagles need AJ Brown, so they should make him happy. Give him 5, receptions a game. Some of the throws on Sunday, I'm not even sure if they were even catchable. But I'm sure that there are plays to get him open catches, like they do with Schmitty. I'm not sure how it's going to shake out, but when you start seeing a player or an employee this unhappy, it's probably the beginning of the end, and it's been happening like this with AJ Brown for this season and last season. So we might be looking at the end of his time in Philly, and he's with that tweet. He's basically saying that he kind of wants out of Philly. And if you guys didn't see the tweet, here it is. So he's kind of saying that he wants out of Philly. He's tired of saying things over and over again. I don't know. What do you guys think, Ring Culture? Does he have a case? Because, I kind of feel like he does have a case. I'm not going to lie to you. Even me watching as a fan, I'm a little frustrated with their offense. I mean, that offense really looks terrible. The only time it looks good is when Hurts is passing. Like, they can't run the ball with nearly as effective as they did last year. And the offense looks better when they allow Hurts to open up. So I'm curious to see what the offense is going to look like this week coming up, because Jalen Hurts got blanked in the second half. He passed for 0 yards in the second half. So this is, I'm not as optimistic about the Eagles 4-0 start as some are, because I remember they started 10-1 a couple seasons ago and they nosedived. And to me, they were looking that year kind of like they looking this year. They really are kind of beating teams. They're not really doing anything spectacular to beat teams. The other team, like all of these games, to me, the Eagles could have lost. And I felt like that the year they started 10-1 and then they just crashed the rest of the season. So I get what AJ Brown is saying, and I kind of think that he has a legitimate case here, that they should be throwing him and Schmitty the ball, put the ball in the air. And Not that you abandon the run completely, because you got to have a balanced offense. I don't know what the solution is, especially dealing with yet another offensive coordinator, and this time a guy, I don't think he's ever been an offensive coordinator. So this might be a tough year for A.J. Brown, because he clearly wants to contribute in a way bigger role, or maybe not even a way bigger role, just a bigger role than he is now. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think, Ring Culture. Does he have a case? You know what I'm saying? Should the Eagles, throw more balls his way? It seemed like Hurts was trying to force the ball to him in the last game. I don't know. And do y'all think the Eagles are going to, end up parting ways with Brown? This is another one of my concerns, because I really don't want them to part ways with him. I think the Eagles need A.J. Brown, and I think they need Schmitty. But they got to find a way to keep everybody happy, and I don't know if that's possible. But anyway, let me know what y'all think down below. And always remember, we are